Tell the kids that I'm live. Don't be. I'll miss you through the pain. When all the signs say run away, it was so much easier to stay. I drove for hours in the pouring rain to say that I'm right, to say that I forgive you. Something happens when I hear your name. I don't know, I'm waiting for Gubby. I'm waiting for Gabby to tell me what's going on, if she can hear me clearly.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes. Okay. Come back here. Don't leave. Come in, close the door. The launcher gets in. Okay, so here's the deal. Put my timer on, right?
Yeah.
And then if I say I'm not done yet, give me 10 more minutes. Put another 10-minute timer on, okay?
Okay.
Because you're going to be off in La La Land.
No.
Yes. Yes, you are. I'm not going to be like, Gabby, because you know what I mean? You know. You already know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so give me the hour.
Yeah.
And then if you come back and I'm in the middle of something, I usually tell you when I'm in the middle of something. I'm like, okay, give me a second, let me finish this. Or I just don't feel like getting off. But yeah, so then I'll be like, okay, give me a few more minutes, and then you put it back on the timer, okay?
Okay.
So that way I'm not like shouting at you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I think that's it. There's nothing else, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm late today. I don't even know what time it is. I'm late today. You know, I'm a mom. And you're always going to be a mom regardless of the age of the children. You're going to be a mom. I love being a mom. That's my thing in life. I was just instructing Gabby because Gabby has gotten herself, you know, I love my kids. And Gabby is a little me. She's an extension of me. She's my little heart, my little soul. She is me. I love that child. She is we'll talk about that more. She's like my little assistant. And I always have a little assistant with me. Every child I've had them with every child has been an assistant to me. Especially during my spiritual time when my eyes was doing the thing and like, you know, I wasn't sure if I'm going to see from day to day. I wasn't sure. So that became a thing. It was like, okay, mommy needs the help. Let's help mommy. So that became a thing. But then what I learned was, because this started from Dia, I learned that this is probably the best way to raise a child. Now, we can debate about this all day long. Like, you can say, oh, you know, I feel like people say that your kids shouldn't do anything. Your kids should not be doing anything. They should be sitting around waiting for you to take care of them, which is absolutely false. If somebody tells you that, you're going to raise stupid children. You're just going to raise useless kids. You're going to raise useless people, because these are not just kids. These are people. They have souls. They have thoughts. They have feelings. These are people, right? And they need to learn these lessons. They need to learn life, because if you coddle them too much, you sit them out to the world, no one's going to coddle them. No one, right? Okay, we're getting into it already. Nobody's going to coddle these children. Nobody's going to coddle your child. They expect them to be able to move and work and shake, but how do they learn that if they're just coming from the home where you coddled them and now they're thrown out into the world? They don't know how to survive. They don't know how to handle this situation. So my theory on being a parent, because I've learned, my daughter, my oldest is about to be 27, and before her I was raising 3 other children. So I learned, oh my gosh, my lips are so dry. They're actually peeling. It's because I had this lip chap on. It's not a good lip chap. Hold on. I had a lip chap over here. Let me see from my bag. Anyway, I'm learning. I learned that is the best way, because I've done this with most of my children. Now, there's a few children I haven't done it with. And do you know that those few children that I haven't done it with, those are the ones that have problems going out and working and handling business. They have problems with that. So now I have to take it back in. Yes.
Always put your parasol back.
Oh, okay, thanks. The parasol that never gets used.
It never gets used.
I'm determined. I'm desperate to use it, but it just doesn't get used. Anyway, I take it with me. It still doesn't get used. So I know the difference. So they're like little helpers, right? So right. So I realized that this is the best way to get your child ready to be out and about in the world. having them work within the house, because you start learning everything at home. Anyone who tells you that is an idiot. Don't listen to them. They don't know how to raise children. You learn here first. Then they go out into the world. I will always, every time I have a child, I don't care. Every time I have a child, I will have they'll be my buddy. They will go and do things for me that I need to get done. Raising great children. Gabby is she's that age, right? She's been that age for a while. Like I had Dia, I had Nadira, I had Newbie, I had Maya. Maya was a big one. Dia and Maya were my huge ones. They were like my super helpers. And now I have Gubby, who is my super helper. I have the other children were just like there as backup. If the other kids couldn't do something, they would be backup. I wish I could have made each child a super helper, because then that would help. That would get them ready for the world, right? But there's only one of me, and there's only so much stuff you can be like have them do. So Gubby, she basically is my assistant. She works for me. She gets paid really well. So the other day she was walking around. Now Gubby's kind of spoiled. We're not gonna lie. Everyone knows it. Everyone else knows it. She's spoiled. She's my baby. She's my little sidekick. So she's a little spoiled. When she asks for something, she gets it. It's not a problem. If she wants something, she get it. So she has this gaming laptop, but the gaming laptop was not playing the one game she wanted to play. That thing was not cheap. Okay, was not cheap. And so, but that was okay because Newbie was here, and then she would use Newbie's desktop, why can't I say that? Desktop to play that one game. Even though it wasn't the best quality, and sometimes it shut down, I use my hands so much, it's ridiculous. So she would use that. But when Newbie moved out, he took his PC, he took his chair, and he just dipped. He was gone. So she had no way to play her favorite game. And this went on for maybe like 3 weeks, maybe a month. Yeah. She had no way because he's been gone. He took his PC a month ago. He was out of the house before that, but his physical body was out of the house, but his PC was still here. His stuff was still here. His room was still together. That's been since dismantled. He don't live here no more. So when he took that, she had no way to play her favorite game. And I was sitting there like, ugh. So, and I don't like her upset because she's my baby and I don't want her upset. I joke with her. I'm like, I'm going to pull your hair. I'm going to choke you. So, that's what we do in the family. If you're a part of my family, you already know. We threaten to hurt each other all the time. It's funny. It's funny. No one's hurting anybody. That's not a thing. I love my kids too much for that. They're perfect. They're my babies. So Gabby was sad that she didn't have anything to play on. So yesterday I made this executive decision. I said, well, we're going to buy you a desktop. Now, mind you, desktops are not cheap. They're not. This thing's going to cost me about almost $3,000. I put it on credit. Don't worry, I'll pay it off ahead of time. Of course, I hate putting things on credit. I like just being like cash out. But she wanted it so fast that I was like, okay, you know what? Because I could have got it, but I'm just like, okay, give me some next pay. No next pay. I need this thing now. And I was just like, okay, fine, put it on my credit. It's fine. It is what it is, right? I hate, when I tell you I hate putting things on credit, I can't stand it. It stresses me out. We had the wash and dry on credit. We had, because we paid it off. I was like, oh no, get this off the card right now. Get it off the card right now. So now it's like, it's on the card. And it's like, no, we will get it off. It will come off. But the thing is that she's, okay, that's why I brought this up, because she's now further back in the living room. So when I'm like, God, hey, she's not going to really hear me because she's further back with her desk and her whole setup now. And she's going to be sitting there. You know she's going to be sitting there. Where else she's going to be? She did finish school. She's such a good kid. That's the thing about it, too. I guess I spoil her. But she's such a good kid. I raise good children. And I'm not saying they're without their faults. Because who doesn't have faults? But she's such a freaking good kid. To the point where I'm just like, when she asks for something, I'm going to get you the thing. Because you're such a, no problems. I don't have problems. But sometimes she gets me like, oh, mommy, she's 17, about to be 18. So she's going to be like, rolling her eyes. But she's not on no Snapchat. She's not on no Twitter. She's not on no Instagram. She's not on TikTok. She's not on those things. So why wouldn't I? And she's not in the streets. She does her schoolwork and she's at home helping mommy. What else? Like, why wouldn't I? Of course I would. I keep reaching over here because I know I had a lip tap over here. I know I did. It was on the bed. I don't know what I did with it. Anyway. So that's why she's going to be further back and she won't be able to hear me. Oh my gosh, my lip is so dry. I just took off this lip tap because I went outside. I had to do some stuff. My lips are on my mom. I'm a mom. Oh my gosh, it's so dry. It was so hot outside. It was so hot outside. Anyway, so I got her the desktop. She got it yesterday. So she's very, very happy. She's so happy. And I'm happy she's happy because she's such a good kid. She's such a good kid. I don't have any problems with her. Like, beyond the whole attitude thing, because, you know, she's a teenager. You're going to get the eye rolls and you're going to get the, why do I have that? She's going to, you know. But Gabby does so much. She helps out so much. And, like, yeah, you deserve. You deserve it. It's fine. I hate putting things on credit though. I wish I could have just got cash right away. I'm gonna let it, you know, that's gonna help the credit score. So I need that help. I need that help. So whatever. I like cash though. I don't really care for credit at all. I just don't. And I know it's good for your credit score, but I just don't like putting things on credit. Hate it. I like cash. So she's not gonna be able to hear me shouting, yeah. She's not gonna hear that. So we have to set the timer thing like this. Okay, so like I said, I did the mommy thing this morning, which I love. Every time my kids need me, I'm like, especially my older kids. Sorry, you're gonna have to deal with it because I haven't done my hair. I haven't moisturized my hair since the last time I was on here. I've been busy. I was tired. I've been tired. Okay, so. Ooh. So I did the mommy thing because Dia's car was acting crazy, so we had to have it towed to the shop again. Good heavens. Just like, ooh, I'm gonna fix this one last thing and then we're gonna see if we just need to get a whole new car, because ooh, my wallet's taking a beating, y'all. When I say my wallet is taking a beat down, it's taking an absolute beat down. It's like, ooh, I feel like my wallet went like 10 rounds already. And it's just like, I'm not going anymore. You no, you're going. You're going. So get that oil in there. So we did that. Got the thing sent to the shop. I don't want her being stressed out about that. These are my kids, you know, and I know I can't shield them from everything, but there's just some things you shouldn't be stressed out about. And she's stressed out at the fact that mommy's taking care of her. She's like, I just want to be able to take care of myself, and I hate this. And I'm like, I'm your mom. I love you to death. Of course I'm gonna help. Of course, I love my children. It was just, I don't know. It was nice though, because she didn't have to think about too much because her boyfriend came and took her camping. And that was really nice for her. Camping. I want to go camping though. I want to try the experience. They had a good time. After they came back, Dia's boyfriend came upstairs. We were all sitting around talking because that's what we do. And we just kind of sit around. We was talking about, you know, their future plans and what their, you know, what his intentions were. Of course, his intentions is marry and children, you know, stuff like that. That's his intentions. My baby's a good girl. She's not out in the streets. She's a good girl. She's remained a good girl until she gets married. That's her plan. That's what she wants. Great. So, of course, marriage is on his radar. And he's like, yeah, I want to be married. I want to have children. Perfect. He said he just found the perfect person. Sometimes you just find the perfect person. And I believe it because God sent me a dream about him. And there was just a lot. I know he's the right one. I know it's him. I know he's the right one. So he's just so sweet and so protective. Like when they were out there, they were camping, he said he was very uncomfortable because they were in a place where there was no other races, just white people. And he was so uncomfortable. This is his experience. He's telling me about this. He was just so uncomfortable. He had to keep her next to him because people were staring. People were actually staring. It said sometimes it was friendly stares, but it was like, but they were out there where they don't typically see our kind, our color out there. It was like there's no Hispanic, there's no Asians, there's no black people, there's nothing, just white folks. And they're all staring. It's kind of weird. He felt really uncomfortable. he was really uncomfortable. So he kept her, even when she had to go to the bathroom at night because they had a bathroom out there, but they were camping outside, but there was a bathroom enclosed, and there was like it was just, it was nice. She said, just no building to house yourself in. So it was just tense. So she said she woke him up at 3 o'clock in the morning, like, I got a tinkle. And he was like, good, I'm glad you woke me up. Do not go by yourself. Like, he even during the day, he wouldn't let her go by herself. It was just like that. It was that type of, um, it was that type of situation. They went into the Walmart over there and people were just staring as soon as they walked in the door. So it was that kind of situation. And, you know, I'm used to that. Really, we are. Because we live in a predominantly white area. You know, here, you know, so we're used to being stared at. That's just how this works. So that's what I was saying. I told him, I said, thank you for taking such good, speak, girl, speak. I told him, I said, thank you for taking such good care of my baby. We was on the phone. They were still camping. He said, it's my duty. Good man. Good. You see what I'm saying? Good man. And like, I had a dream about him and Dia. And I remember in the dream, he said to me, I just need to be close to her just in case she needs me. And I'm just like, see? Right. Tell me that's not. God put that man in her life. He did that. He put that man in her life. And I'm just like, yeah. And then, you know, yeah. So we're talking about marriage and weddings and stuff because they'll be together 6 months next month. It's fast, but we have to start thinking about this stuff because we want to be able to book things, and you know, we're taking it slow. We're just gonna, once they get to the 6 months mark, we're gonna be like, okay, let's start planning this thing because he already has this plan. He wants this, and I know because God put him there for that purpose. So she's taken care of. I cannot. Wedding, my gosh, my baby. Anyway, so that's what's going on with them. It's just, I'm doing the mom thing, and I love it so much. And I'm never gonna stop doing the mom thing. Whenever they need me, I'm gonna be there regardless. It doesn't matter which one. And something went on with Newbie this weekend too. At the same time, things was going down, and immediately he calls me, mommy, we've got a problem, right? Because I'm your mommy and I'm going to be here to talk you through. He didn't ask me for anything, no money, nothing. It wasn't like that. It's just he needs somebody to talk him through this situation, somebody be on his side, make him feel, calm him down. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. I love that boy, and I love all my kids. I just love my kids. Man, I just love being a mom. I just love being a mom. It's a different experience. And people say, well, they're expensive. And that's what Dia's boyfriend said. He was like, yeah, kids are expensive. And I said, yes, they are. But I do it again. I would absolutely do it again. First of all, you're bringing these, if you can raise children right, and I know him and Dia will make great parents. I just know it. And he said to her, she would make a great mom. Yes, she would. You're bringing amazing people onto the earth, because a lot of people have children and they don't spend the time raising them. They're just throwing them into the world. It's like, you're not doing anything. You're not helping the earth out at all. When you put great people on the earth, you're helping the earth. You're helping Jehovah. You're helping the world. And that's what I'm doing. I'm putting great people onto the earth. That's what I'm doing. That's always been the plan. It's always been the plan to put good people on the earth, because there's so many bad people out there, and they're just cosplaying good people. They're literally just cosplaying good people. It's just a cosplay. Everybody, there's this cosplay, and they get so angry when their cosplay falls apart. Like when I can see you, they get so angry. When I can see past their cosplay, they get angry. I know if you're a good person or a bad person. I know. I can see it. So we are going to recap the dream I had, because I dreamt it again. I typically, okay, because I'm not gonna say I never, because this is my first time. I've never had a reoccurring dream ever. The dream comes, it's a message. If it's a message, it's a message. They let me know what's going on. Usually it's just letting me know what's going on, but I never dream it again. This is twice, back to back. Sorry, I'm wearing the wrong bra. I had grabbed the wrong bra this morning, and now it hurts. So I'm upset. I did get some new ones, which I love. The same one of them. I gotta toss these things out. If I pick up the wrong one again, be angry. What happened? Somebody touched the door. So we're gonna recap this dream again. So what I wanted to say was, what I didn't really clearly say was that song. Oh my gosh, should I ask Gabby? I'm gonna ask Gabby. That song by, my gosh, my brain. That song by John Legend and Janae Aiko was playing through the whole dream, the entire dream. Okay. It's called You Move, I Move, I believe. I need to put it in my posts because that song has just been replaying. And when I woke up, I was hearing it again. And I heard it yesterday before I went to sleep. And I'm just like, goodness. When you move, I move. Move. It's just, the song is such a good song. Anyway, so I'm recapping the dream again because it came up again, and I feel like if it came up again, I missed something. So I was thinking about it all morning, trying to figure out what it is that I missed. But here's the thing: when I speak out loud, I recap something out loud, I pick up things that I may have missed. So we're gonna go over it again. Sorry if you heard the story, but I dreamt of meeting my twin. We're gonna recap this dream. So if I'm looking weird, it's because I'm trying to remember the dream. Okay, I had it twice though, so I got it. So in the dream, oh gosh, in the dream, I was at like a cafe or something with Dia, and I knew she was gonna get a drink and she was gonna sit and talk to someone, and I was there with her. She was gonna sit and talk to someone. I remember seeing the cups on the table. Now, that was the detail I didn't pick up last time, and I was like, ooh, there's nothing here for me to drink because if I do drink it, it's going to give me stomach problems. And I'm outside. I might have some problem in the house because I can just go to the bathroom when I'm outside, right? I don't, and that's real. That's real. That's real. I do that in real life. So I decided to go sit somewhere else, and I was just waiting. So I went to this table. Now I'm going to recall the table. I was sitting. I don't remember what I was wearing because I was all black, but I knew I was wearing heels. But anyway, I was sitting at a table. The chair was tall. I remember the chair being tall, and my feet were kind of swinging. And the table, that's one thing I didn't point out last time. The table was tall too, and it was round. It was a round table. Okay, so I'm sitting there, and I'm scrolling through my phone. I remember. Well, I'm not sure if I was scrolling through my phone or just looking down at my phone. I don't know what I was doing with my phone. It was in my hand. I was sitting there, and I look over, and out the window, I see Simon, but he's out, he's in the window. He's not like up against the glass or close to the glass. He's like off somewhere. He's like in the street, kind of. And there was literally nobody else. And I looked over, and then I'm looking at him, he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, he's looking at me. And I'm like, Simon? But I mouthed it. I said, Simon. I didn't say, there was no words. I was like, that's what I did. And I was like, now, okay, the song, the song is still playing. The song's playing now. The song now is playing. The Janae Aiko, John Legend song, it's playing. It's playing in the background. And I'm just like, because I've never had a dream like this before. It's so weird. So now I realized that I was kind of frantic. That's why I fell out of the chair. Because I didn't fall, I stumbled. And I woke up mad about that because I was like, why can't I be graceful? But I did stumble out of the chair. I got up after I said, Simon, I got up and I stumbled because I'm like at this point, I'm like frantic. I don't think I was shaking, but I know I was like, the adrenaline started rushing. It started running. It was like going. So that's one detail I missed. And you know what's crazy is I think now in the dream, I felt like if I didn't get to him, he was going to disappear. I'm not sure if I said that last time, but that's what I felt. I'm thinking back. So I get down off the chair. And no. Yes, I stumbled. That's what it was. And then they showed me him, and he kind of flinched towards me like he was going to catch me if he was in the area. He would have caught me, right? Sweet man. Oh, good man. Protection. He's a protector male. I'm telling you. So I'm like, I stumble. he jerks like he was gonna go get me, and he stops. He's not moving, but he did do the flinch thing. You know, when somebody gets ready to fall, you try to catch them. That's what he did. But he was outside. He was like outside. He wasn't even in the cafe, or whatever this was, cafe, restaurant. I don't know what it was, but they had drinks. So I'm thinking cafe. So I finally get off that stupid chair after I looked like a fool, and I'm like walking towards him, and I just start crying, and that's it. I just start crying, and by the time, like, I was okay. So no, I wasn't. No tears was coming, but it was definitely there. The emotions was coming up, and I was feeling flustered, and I was just like really trying to get to him, because I felt like if I'm not gonna cry right now. If I didn't get to him, he was gonna disappear. No tears. No, no. Stop it. I felt like if I didn't get to him, he was gonna disappear. I'm gonna get over this part because this part is just stressing me out. So I get to him, and as soon as I grab his shirt, I'm bawling. At this point, I'm sobbing. And I remember wrapping my arms around his waist, and I come to his chest, and I'm just crying. And he's not crying, but he's holding me as well, and he's just looking down at me. There was love there. There was love, and that's where that ended. We would just hold each other, and I was bawling, right? Okay, fine. The next part of the dream, by the way, the song's still playing. The song's still going. When you move, I move. The song's still going. The next scene is me stepping out of a car, and I'm wearing this black long evening gown, and it's strapless because I love strapless things. They're so cute. And I'm stepping out of this car, and I know that he had a car, but the car wasn't there. He was just standing there. He was standing there in a beautiful tuxedo, black tuxedo jacket with a bow tie and everything. Man, looked incredible. I feel like he just walked out of a magazine. He looked like he walked out of a freaking magazine. Handsome, just dapper. Just dapper. So immediately I start crying. I don't know. I just start crying immediately. There's like fat ball, like the fat tears just down my face. And it's very dramatic in the dream. Like the tears just streaming down my face. The song's still playing. And I make it over to him, and I'm hugging. I put my arms, he has his suit jacket's open. His tuxedo jacket is open, and I just wrap my arms around him again, and I'm holding him, and I'm just sobbing, and his shirt's getting wet because I remember the shirt getting wet, and I'm just sobbing, and he's holding me. He's again not crying, but he's just like he feels it. He feels it, and he's just standing there, and I'm holding him, and I'm crying, but I know I have to go. That was a big thing. The song is playing. I'm going to come back to this part, but I just want to finish up the dream. So I let go of him, and he lets go of me, and we're like holding hands. I'm holding his hand, and we're separating, and I'm walking away, but he's still holding my hand. When we get to the tips of our hands, where our tips of our fingers touch, and I let go, and I don't see me anymore. I go out the frame, and it's him. He just grabs the air like he's trying to reach for me back. That was the end of the dream. I'm gonna go back to that part of the dream. We're gonna go back, because in the part of that dream where I'm holding on to him, I swear. Was it that part? Yes, it was. Spirit said yes, it was. Okay, fine. Thank you, Spirit. I was holding on to him, and the verse that's playing. Oh my gosh, what is the verse? It's Janae Aiko's part. If you ever hurt, then I'm gonna bleed. But I'll pick you up and that's cool. I keep my voice breaking up. Give me a second. And put you back on your feet. Oh, that's how this works. I put you first. Yeah, I do for you what you want me to. That part. When I'm lost, you give me order. And they're both singing at the same time. That part, that if you ever hurt, then I'm gonna bleed. But I'll pick you up and put you back on your feet. Oh, that's how this works. I put you first. Yeah, I do for you what you want me to. When I'm lost, you give me order. That's the part that was playing. I'm just like, what's crazy is that when I woke up, that's the part that was playing in my head again. I'm just like, okay, give me a second, guys. So I was like, okay, guys, give me a second. So that's the part that was playing, and I'm just like, I went back and listened to the song again just to make sure, and I was like, yeah, that was it. So, did you want me to talk about that? Did you want me to say that? Okay, give me a second. Remind me again. Sorry, spirits is yapping in my. He's yapping. Give me a second. Okay, give me a second, Elijah. Give me a second. Okay, so what was I gonna say? Now you got me lost. Okay, so so that's the part that I keep that was playing. When I woke up, that same part was playing. Before I went to sleep, earlier that night, you want me to get this out because this is the part he keeps yapping about. Jehovah and I have a signal. When he wants me to know something, I'm calling karma. Okay. Whatever. Listen, when he wants me to pay attention to something, he plays that song in my head. God is trying to tell you something. God is trying to tell you something. I hear that every time. God is trying to tell you something. That song. It was from the Color Purple, the movie Color Purple. Maybe God's trying to tell you something right now. Right now. The chorus was, oh, I freaking love that song. God is trying to tell you, thank you, Lord. Yeah, I love that song. Anyway, God is trying to tell you something. That's the song. Every time he wants me to pay attention, because he's about to tell me something, God is about to say something, that song pops up immediately. And I'm like listening. It's like, yes, Father? And immediately I heard, when you move, I move. See, that's how the universe talks to you. It's all music, it's all signs, it's all symbols, it's dreams, it's visions. That's how the universe talks to you. When they're trying to tell you something, they're not gonna be like send a person. Well, sometimes they do send a person, but most likely they're just gonna put things in your world that you know of. You know what I mean? That you already understand. So media was like, that's me and Simon's song. What are you trying to tell me? What is this? And then I went to sleep and had the dream again. I said, this is not going to leave until I figure this out. It's stressing me out. So then, before I went to sleep, I purposely put myself into Simon's energy. I did. I was like, okay, I'm going to be in Simon's energy. And I did. And it was such a beautiful energy. Now, I couldn't see anything about what he's doing, what's going on with him. I couldn't see anything. There's different levels to this. But the only thing I was allowed to do was to feel his energy. That was it. I wasn't allowed to see anything. I wasn't allowed to be in his business. I was just allowed to feel his energy. And man, I fell asleep like that. I fell asleep with his, I did not mean to. It was just so peaceful and so calming. And I felt like, I'm being honest, I felt like I was drugged. I was like on this high. I was on this drug. And like, oh my gosh, it was like I was in a meditation, but I wasn't. And it was just his energy. I purposely put myself in his energy. I told him that I wanted to be in his energy. I was in his energy. And man, I fell asleep like that. That's how I fell asleep. So I was like, okay, that's the only thing I was allowed to do. I wasn't allowed to, be in his business, but I was allowed to be in his energy. Just to feel him. I was just able to feel him because that's something that's personal between him and I, that I can feel him and he can feel me if he asks to feel me. That's something personal between him and I. Because we're one. We're one. Of course I can feel him. And it was such an intoxicating feeling that I was just like lulled to sleep like that. It was wild. What else, Spirit? Anything else about this before I move on? Yeah, so I had this dream. God is trying to tell you something. Yeah, we talked about that. Anyway, so I woke up this morning and I heard, ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, they all fall down. It was very dramatic. It was like, I don't know. I was just like, huh? That's why I wasn't like waking out of my sleep. I was already drinking because I drink a hot cup of water every morning. So I was already sitting up, had already brushed my hair up and put it into a tight knot. And I didn't moisturize my face, but I had washed my face, brushed my teeth, and I was already sitting there with a hot cup of water, just thinking to myself in silence. It was quiet. It was morning. The kids weren't up yet. So I was just sitting there and I hear that comes out of nowhere because I was sitting there thinking about how the dream last night. I was thinking about the dream and I was kind of analyzing it and that popped up and I was just like, what happened? So apparently they all fall down. Spirit, do you want to elaborate on that? Because that was weird. Ashes, ashes. They all fall down. Do you want to say anything? Because again, I asked what, what, and they didn't say anything. So I'm like, Sorry, my lips. Everything is so irritating right now. I don't know. Hold on. Let me try to channel. Because give me a second. I hate channeling. Y'all know I hate channeling. Okay. Did you want me to? Okay. So this has to do with the secret society people, the cult people. Ashes, ashes, they all fall down. It's very, you know. That's what listen. Okay. They were saying that these people should have stopped when they had the chance, when they were warned to by Jehovah. When they was warned, apparently they were warned. They did not stop. So not only what they did to me is coming out, all of their dirt is coming out. Everything they were doing behind the scenes, because they were into some shit. They went into money laundering and everything else. They were in some shit. And we don't typically step into shit like that. We don't get, it's your business. Your karma is your karma. You'll get it when you get it, right? I don't come for people unless they come for me. I said that today. That's not my nature. My nature is not to come for anyone unless you come for me first. And then you're going to see who the better one is. That's the thing. So, ashes, ashes. That's it. Ashes. Anything else, Spirit? All their secrets come out, Spirit said. Because they came for me. Everything that's coming out is because it's a direct response to what you tried to do to me. You were warned, you should have left me alone. You did not do so. I am allowed to come for you. An eye for an eye. Isn't there an eye for an eye spell? Spirit said yes. I don't even need the spell. I just speak. You came for me. I'm going to show you what I can do. I'm not the bad guy. I let you do what you do. That's your business is your business. When you decide to do crime, that's your business. It has nothing to do with me. Unless Jehovah steps in and says like it does have something to do with me. The minute it has something to do with me, I'm going to show you what I can do. You're not going to like it. That's the problem. You should have just left me alone. Yet they're still trying to go. Okay, fine. More. You will get, you're not, no. An eye for an eye. Ashes, ashes, you will fall down. I'm gonna take your whole thing down. Because you won't leave me alone. I'm just trying to be left alone. I was never trying to be in your business. You came for me. So, and I said it today. I said, I don't come for nobody. That's not my nature. It's not in my nature to attack someone. You came over here and tried to attack me because you thought I was weak. But I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you who's weak. I'm going to show you how I can destroy your entire life. I'm going to show you. You're going to get sick. All your business is going to be in the streets. It's going to be out public. I'm going to make sure it's public. Stop messing with me. Stop messing with me. You want to keep going? Let's go. Let's do this. That's the thing. Huh? Yes. That's it. That's all. Because I'm not a confrontational person. Unless you come for me, then you'll see a whole different side of me. I'm so sweet and so kind and so loving. I love people. I love people. Sometimes. Certain people. You're kind to me, I'm kind to you. You come for me, I come for you. That's all. I don't know what I was supposed to do. Sit down and what? Take it? No. Why would I do that? I'm a powerful being. Why would I just sit there? Well, that's so dumb. For what? Why would I do that? Let you destroy my entire life? For what? For what? Why would I do that? No. I no. And even now, I still don't come for you first. I hear about you come for me. Oh, okay. Let me show them. Let me show you. Let me show you. Oh, okay. Okay. I leave you alone. All this driving past my house and stuff. Mm-mm. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you. Mm. Mm-hmm. I hear you. Yes. No, because that's a, like I'm not. I don't. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm not coming after Donna. I don't come after her. I don't go after Donalene. I don't care. You don't exist. You don't exist to me. Poof, ghost. You don't exist. I have no reason to. Why? Why would I? You're not a focus in my life. Clearly, I'm a focus in your life. Absolutely, 100% stalker vibes, like stalker vibes. Yes, Barry. I had a dream one time, and in the dream, I have this bag on my back, and it's strapped in front of me, and I'm like on my journey. I'm like on my way, and I see Daniel. Daniel's there. Donnelly is standing there staring at him, like her eyeballs are on him, right? She's so close to his face and she's like staring at him, like you fucking move. That's what was given. It was given, you move. Daniel's standing there like, and he shrugs and he shakes his head like, huh. That's what he does in the dream. And I hear stuck. That's what I heard. And I'm just like, I look over there, but I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I just go about my business. I'm not. That's I'm. So this all this driving past my house crap. You guys, how old are we, ma'am? How old are we? And I hope you don't have your child in this. Like, how old are we, ma'am? Ma'am, how old are we? Can you stop? Please stop. That's so what? That's so. Oh, that's so 2000. That's so 2000. Stop. You're embarrassing yourself. I don't want your man. I don't. I really don't. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I'm just like, see, stop messing with me. Leave me alone. You should, because the minute I figured out, if I was these people and I figured out that this person was not going down, and then all of a sudden we start going down and shit starting to hit the fan, I would have backed off like, oh shoot, there's something here we can't mess with because we're getting karma, we're getting slammed, all our business is about to be on the street, and I know that we do dirt. I know that we're doing some shady-ish. So if my shady ish comes out, I'm gonna be effed. So look, I would have quit. I would have stopped. But no, oh, I'm here to prove that I'm the baddest bee. This one wants to prove that she's the baddest bee, and an entire crew shut down because of this one wanted to prove that she was better than me. That she wanted to prove she could take me out. She wanted to prove that she could be with Daniel. She just wanted to prove it. She just had to. She had to. At the risk of getting all your business in the street. What? No. Because if I was in charge of these people that are behind me and I'm into some shady stuff and our crew is into some shady shit, okay, I would have never. And I found out that I couldn't take this person down, and then karma starts to beat down my door. I'm stopping. I'm stopping, and we gotta regroup and we gotta talk about this because this ain't working, y'all. This ain't working. No, 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 no. Not hard-headed. No, no, no. It's let's keep going. Let's take her down. I can do this. Da, 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 da. Ashes to ashes. My spirit team was like, no, bitch, we're not having this. They want to play, let's play too. We gonna go. Let's go. They were like, let's go. I have more beings than you do. I have way more beings. I think my eyebrows will run back because it's itchy right here. Oh, time to get them again. Time to get them again. They're gonna attack these things again. So I have more beings than you do. I control the earth. So you're screwed. You are screwed. If you think that you're gonna send some demon or summon some type of entity my way, you're not, because they have no choice but to listen to me. And when I say leave, they leave. If I say go back and tell your boss or whoever you're here for that their ass is grass, then that's it. That's not, they're gonna do that. They're gonna listen to me because they have no choice. They don't listen to you. You run nothing. The earth don't bow to you. Like, the earth don't bow to you. The earth is such a beautiful, magical place. I wish that people could see what I see. It's more demons than it is angels on this earth. So it's not as pretty as I like it to be. But it is a very beautiful, magical place. The earth is so gorgeous. Oh, I wish you could see what I see. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so magical, so mystical. They can switch things up right in front of your eyes. It's such a beautiful thing. Oh, I love being on the earth when I'm not being attacked. That's why I get up super early in the morning. I'm at peace. Excuse me. I'm gonna do it again. Oh my gosh, I think I'm talking too much. I love being on the earth. I really do when I'm not being attacked because it's so beautiful. I can just sit and be a part of the earth and listen to Earth's music because Earth has music. I remember when we was about to leave that apartment over there, the last apartment that they told me to pack up and put everything in storage. I remember sitting in the playroom and it was completely empty and I was singing. And I stopped singing and I could swear to you I heard the earth singing back. And I was like, I was just, oh gosh. I'm not the only one that can do this. Gubby can see angels. I can't see them. Not like her, she can. She can see them. I see them differently. We see them differently. But she sees them like in their orb form. I've seen that once, but they only allow me one time to see them. But I see angels as like, I don't know, lights, but they're not like balls of light, not in orb form. I see them like a figure of light. So, and then I feel their energy really strong. So, but it's such a beautiful place, and they are here. We live on mostly spiritual land. This earth is mostly spiritual. It is. It's mostly spiritual. You just can't see it. So they're here. They're here walking around and living their life. And it's funny because Gabby Dia was telling me a story. I forget what we was talking about. I wish I knew what we was talking about, but I'll give you the story. She said that she watched this girl video or something about, she said in her house, in her apartment, she had a window. And that window would just keep being opened, and she wasn't opening it. And she would close it, and it would open, she would come back, and it's open again. And she started making a joke like, oh, that's just Henry. That's Henry. Every time the window opens, she's like, oh, Henry, stop opening the window. Stop that, Henry. And then she said she went to sleep. And she had a very, like, extreme, vivid dream of her standing in her apartment. And a man ran up to her and said, my name's not Henry. That was it. That was the dream. And I was like, yeah, yes. They're here. They're here. And sometimes it's lonely not being able to talk to us. So I do get a lot of spirits that come and just want to talk because there's nobody else to talk to. It's kind of lonely. They're walking around here with us and nobody can see them. Nobody can hear them. And they're just here. So I talk to them. I do, because what else are they going to do? I love talking to them. They're actually pretty cool people. Well, souls, spirits, disembodied spirits. That's all they are. So Henry, his name wasn't Henry. He was mad. He was like, stop calling my name's not Henry. I would have been like, do you want to tell me your name or not? You know what I mean? When the apartment we just left over there, the last apartment I just came from, we had this one curtain that would just keep flipping up. It's like it would go flip up over the rod and it would sit there, and we would take it back down, flip it back around the right way. It would get flipped again. We would come back and be flipped again. And I was just like, yeah, I leave it alone. Leave it alone. Whoever's here. And Dia started calling Annabelle. I guess you don't name them. Just don't name them. They don't like that. Just don't name them. We just left it. We just left it flipped because apparently that spirit that was in the house did not like the way we had the curtain. We just left it. No big deal. As long as they're not bothering you and causing a ruckus in your house, then fine. They're here. That's not like it's not happening. I mean, they're here. You just can't see them. They're here, but sometimes I can see them. I can definitely feel them all the time. So they sometimes they wait for dreams so they can really, because get to you, because that if that spirit can get into your dreams, that not Henry guy, if that spirit, if he can get into her dreams, he could have did some damage, but obviously he wasn't a mean spirit. Maybe just like the windows open. I don't know. So they're here, yes. And I was like, they get really, iffy about the names. They don't like you messing up their names. Like this guy, one that's always here. His name is Elijah. I always call him Elisha. Elijah. That's what I was like. Elijah. He's like, my name is Elijah. I'm like, oh, sorry. Because when you get angry too, if somebody was calling you by the wrong name, kind of like Michael, he hates the world right now. He's so angry because his name is Saint Michael. God has named them all like that. Azrael, Haniel, Gabriel. He names them like that. Michael, not Michael. What he just randomly Michael? Like that's just the way he is. Like he hates that. He gets so angry every time. And I start frowning every time. One time I saw somebody say Mike, Archangel Mike. Stop it. Like he definitely ain't coming to protect you, you dingus. He's gonna slap you if he could. Yeah, the spirits get really iffy about the names. I mean, when you don't like people call you the wrong name. I hate when people call my name. I hate it. Like, don't call me the wrong name. That's not my name. So, yeah. Elijah. Don't mess it up. Don't change. It's not Elisha. It's like Elijah. He gets so angry. Elijah. Mystics. All right. Right. That song, man. But I always loved that song. I've always loved that song. And right, that's what I was thinking about, that song. When we were coming from the junk park that night when I was out there doing my homeless day, we came from the junk park. We were headed to Panera. That's what I remember now. We were headed to Panera for dinner because it was time to eat something. The kids had just played like crazy and we were going to go to Panera for dinner. So we was walking to Panera and that song was playing in my headphones. I had my AirPods in, and the part was, when you move, I move. I love that song. I'm gonna post it because that song is everything to me, and it's been playing all week long. How long have I been here? I haven't been here for an hour yet, and I can't call her because she's literally sitting at the back of the living room. Gabby, let's just see if she can hear me. Oh gosh, she can't hear me. I know my hip's starting to hurt. That usually means I've been here for about an hour. I can't even see anything on that stupid. I gotta get a new phone. That's all I'm saying. Because it's just. When I'm lost, you can't realize it. I don't know. So that's. I don't know. That song was playing and I felt his energy like walking with me, which was insane at the time. And at the time it was crazy. It wasn't crazy, like it's not crazy now, obviously, because I'm used to it now. But back then I was new to this. I was new to his energy and I was just his energy was so different from what it is now too. It was so stoic. Like I don't know. Maybe because he was walking with me. Do you know what I mean? Like it was walking with me. When you move, I move. We move together, right? We're not gonna separate. We move together, and that's basically the gist of the song. It's like we're not separating. We're together. We're not. I can't believe I found somebody like you. You're my person, basically. So, oh gosh, I wanted to get to these nails too, but my back is killing me. I'm gonna, like, I didn't figure out a schedule yet. That's why I haven't posted anything about a schedule on here. I have not figured out a schedule. Goodness. But I was like, okay, so I'm definitely doing Saturdays, definitely. And since I'm here on Tuesdays, why not sit? Why not sit? Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, it's a random Tuesday, but I don't know why I picked Tuesdays. I don't know what other day to pick though. Sunday, that's my day off. I rest that day. Boy, did I need it. And I need 2 days rest. So usually Sundays and Mondays, that's why I probably pick Tuesdays. Because Sunday and Mondays, like, no one talked to me. No one called me. No one texted me unless it's my kids and you need something. Other than that, just don't bother talking to me or texting me because I'm resting. Sunday and Monday. So I didn't do a facial Friday because I was super busy, and I usually do it every Friday. But Monday came around, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm off. I'm not doing anything. I don't have any spiritual work, and the kids are just doing what they do. Yeah. So I was like, okay. Until Tuesday would have to be a day where I'm like, okay, back to work. I remember back in the day they were gonna let the kids like, what? I'm sorry, who now? Why is this open? It just opened. So I always check my stuff because Lord knows my household. No, because I do. I check my stuff because this one time. No, let me get back to what I was saying. The school districts, they were talking about letting kids have off Mondays too. They were talking about that. I don't know if that ever went through. No, I don't think it went through, but because, parents use it as a daycare. Okay, they got to go somewhere. I got to go to work. So they didn't. They was like, "Oh, that's not gonna work out." But it would be cool. I mean, but that's up to them. My kids are homeschooled, so we don't need. We take off when we need to, and they're doing so great in school. King took off because he finished the grade, so he took off for a couple of weeks. What was I saying before that? Oh yeah, it's about my stuff. So, one time, so I always sniff my stuff. I always make sure because I'm gonna smell something. I, you know, I'll do that next time, Spirit. Thank you very much. So I always make sure if it looked like it was opened, I check it because ain't nobody got time for this. One time when I was living in the last apartment, I had I usually make my hair wash stuff. I use Russell clay to wash my hair. I don't use any chemicals. So it's just clay and water. That's all it is. Clay and water, but it gets your hair so clean. It gets your scalp so clean, and then your hair is all soft and silky. Ooh. And then I use apple cider vinegar. Oh my gosh. I know that stuff stinks, but I put in like a essential oil, and man, my hair just be like, oh, I can't. I love having new hair wash days. I love wash days. So anyway, one time I got in the shower and I grabbed my Russell clay bottle because I make my own little bottle of it, and I sit it. It could sit for months. It can sit forever, and nothing would ever happen to it because it's clay. So I mix it with water and I put it together, and it's thinned out because if you put clay in your pipes are screwed. So you have to whip it really good. You have to get it like water based. It's like water based. And if you don't, then, and it's clumpy, you put it in your hair, you mash it into your hair so that it flattens because you don't want that mess in your pipes because that would destroy your pipes. Fine. So I was in the tub and I had my Russell clay and I had my apple cider vinegar, 2 separate bottles, and I put them into the thing. I was showering, washing my hair, whatever, get my hair all ready to do the thing. I picked up a bottle. Now both of my bottles look the same, right? But they look, obviously they have different stuff in it. So I picked up the Russell clay bottle. I was like, now it looked a little thicker than I'm used to because it's supposed to be like liquidy. So it looked a little, thicker than I'm used to. But Gubby, it sat there for a while. So I was like, maybe it's weird, maybe. But my instinct said, open that bottle and smell it. So I open it up and smell it, and it smells like egg. It smells like straight egg, like it's a toxin in there. And I'm just like, huh? So I'm sitting there with the freaking bottle and I'm sniffing like, what is in this? Because I don't care how long you sit clay out, it's not going to smell like anything chemical. It smelled like egg because it was a chemical. It was a chemical. Now, I know that chemical very well because I used to use it all the time. So I called Gubby in because at this point I already know what's in there. I already know. So I called Gubby and I said, Gubby, look at this. And she's like, huh? And she sniffs it. And it's Nair. Nair. Do you know what Nair does? If you don't know what Nair does, it removes hair. It's a hair remover. It's absolutely a hair remover. So someone, not gonna say no names, but we know who it was, put Nair into my bottle where I wash my hair with, so that I would wash my hair with Nair and my hair would fall out. It's crazy because before we moved into that apartment, we were all talking about the story of this girl who her roommate had did that to her. She put Nair into her shampoo bottle, and she had pieces of her hair falling out because she washed her hair with Nair. And I literally said, you would never get away with that with me. I don't care if my eyesight's here or not. You would never. You know why? Because I smell everything. I have an issue with smell. I smell everything. If I feel uncomfy about something, I'm going to open up and I'm going to smell it. So, of course, they wasn't going to get away with that. In my own, see, this is what I'm saying. Someone went into my room, took the bottle out, put Nair into it, and stuck it back in my room. Fucking idiots. Karma is a motherfucker, though. It is. No. You're the motherfucker. Karma's catching up. I was just like, so now when I see stuff like this, no, it felt open, so I opened to smell it. That's why I do that. I do that all the time now because, and I can't, it's crazy because I can't trust my own household. I can't trust my own house. I want to put cameras in my room. That's how bad it is. I want to put cameras in my room because they come into my room. They obviously, if I leave, they come to my room, take my stuff. And they do that. They do stuff like that. So Gubby ended up throwing out the Rassel clay, which pissed me off because I have to pay for this clay. It's not like I got it for free somewhere. I had to pay for that. I had to buy that. No, it's not expensive, but I still had to buy it. And now I just lost a batch of Rassel clay. And I was pissed. Girl, I was mad. They didn't get nowhere with that though. They didn't get with that. My hair's still here. Still looking cute.
You're done.
Okay, because I was like, girl, come in here. I was sitting there like, man, how long I've been on this thing? My hip is starting to hurt.
An hour.
Oh, it was before an hour that my hips started hurting. No, these fools never walked that slow down them stairs. Never in your life. This was tiptoeing like I've never heard in all my days. They'd be like, they run. No, it's when they tiptoeing. All right, I'm hanging up because I'm tired. I was talking about the Nair incident because I had sniffed. Where is it? Where is it? This thing? It was open. So I opened it up and sniffed it. It was like, make sure. Because remember there was Nair in my hair, like Rassel clay? Anyway, I'm hanging up. Gabby wants to go back to her game. She's like, I ain't talking to you. You're not talking to me? Gabby.
Huh?
She wants to go back to her game. She's not talking to me. She got nothing to say. Okay, I'm hanging up. Anything else, Spirit? If not, I will take my leave. We recapped the dream, right? We did. Okay. I think that's it. I'll be back on Saturday. I'm going to try to get a video up on the channel. I am. Even if it's like a short video, I'm going to try to get a video up. Because I was looking at my channel and it's like no videos. And I was like, the video tab's not even there anymore. So. All right. That's it.
And a lot of people have that nowadays.
What?
Video tab's not even there.
Yes. Yeah. Because it's just easier to do a live, you know, or a short.
Yeah. It's
just easier. I hate editing. You hate editing because you would have to edit for me. She hates editing. We'll see. We'll see. All right, that's it. I'm hanging up. Is there anything? If there's nothing else, Spirit, I'll take my leave. Okay, bye.
Bye. Yeah.